off his meds. Ed is off of his meds. Off his meds. Ed's off of his meds.
So I've and I guess you can put this in a new video. I've been perplexed at the most recent Sonic Frontiers criticism, and I would like to say I am not that game's strongest soldier. I think it's B tier in my own personal overall Sonic. Like, if I was to like rank all the games that I like, yeah, that's like a B tier game because it, you know, has a lot of flaws, a lot of stuff that happened or was done to that game, or well, the way that game was developed. I'm not really a huge fan of how, you know, it played out, but I did still enjoy it, right? So the whole Tails' mech, you immediately get Tails' mech, and then you can skip most of the island. Well, most of Tails' puzzles, if not all of them. And the funny thing to me is that Twitter post that is talking about it, it really cherry-picked like one instance where, yeah, you can, but there are a couple others that you can do that as well. Some puzzles are structured in a way that, well, a lot of the puzzles, and I remember this because I spent a lot of time on that DLC playing as Tails and see what I could and couldn't do. A lot of those puzzles you can just fly through with the tornado. It was structured in a way where you had to platform and fly with Tails' normal flight, right? I immediately think of the one where you had to fly with his tails and just throw wrenches at the enemies and progress and get to the next booster or whatever. I can't remember exactly how it was, but I'm very perplexed because all of a sudden the character that is known for being able to skip and has been praised for being able to skip most of the levels in the games that he's in, Adventure 2, not Adventure 2, but Adventure 1 as well. Sonic 2, Sonic 3 to an extent, Sonic 2 definitely, Sonic 3 to an extent, the advanced games to an extent, Adventure 1, all of his levels. I think of Windy Valley, right? Why is it that now this is one of the, like this, I saw a quote retweet that said, they don't mind that because it is an optional DLC with a side character or a extra playable character that has like a couple puzzles that you have to solve. Like that doesn't make the entire game, you know, badly designed. There are other instances where you could argue that the design of the game, and we've been through this whole romp already, like the air geometry and like wanting the game to be harder and more challenging, and then it's harder and more challenging, and people are like, wait, not like that, I can't beat it, therefore it's bad. Like doing the whole air enhancing thing. I've seen those people that turn the tower challenges into like fun like playgrounds and like I just seen compilations of people. This one guy who had like a mod installed, it was an aesthetic mod, not a mod to like change the gameplay or anything. It was just to change Sonic's animations. That man was flipping and sliding all over the place throughout the air. He was flying. Like, it was so stylish. And a lot of that you could do in the base game. All of that you can do in the base game. And that showed to me that the whole like tower thing was definitely a skill issue thing. Specifically climbing the towers. I want to reiterate that. Specifically climbing the towers. And the whole like, you remember when people were just like, yo, if I hit a rock a certain way, I can fly across like the whole map. It's so cool. or when they added the spin dash, and certain YouTubers, I'm not gonna say who, were just like, this is so great, thank you Sega for giving us the spin dash and like letting us tweak our physics so that we can fly across the map. Now we have Tails, who literally has an ability that you have to not do much grinding, but you have to go around and collect, skill points, which isn't quickly done, but it doesn't take a long time either. You gotta go collect skill points, and then you unlock the tornado flight. And even then, you still have to do this stuff with Amy and Knuckles. Sonic is like taking one part where people low-key asked for this. I didn't specifically ask for that, but I'm glad that Tails is able to fly in a similar capacity that he could in the previous games, right? I would think that's good, because that is giving me something that, I and a lot of the fan base, seemingly wanted, was like that gameplay from the old 3D Sonic games, right? But it's bad because Frontiers is bad, or I don't like this thing because it's not tailored to how I specifically want it, therefore it's badly designed, right? So I'm pissed, but at the same time I'm not surprised. The Hedgehog people have found another thing to, be upset about, so add that to the list. As in, we thought at first we liked how Tails could fly, now we don't like that.